Howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here with another in a spate of short YouTube videos because I can't do anything better than that at the moment, which is fine. It's okay. Now, everybody and their brother does one of these types of hamster videos, and I'm going to do one too because I've got something that I'm adding on top of that. There is a special way to pick up hamsters, but that doesn't apply for always. Now, when you first get a hamster, you're going to get your hamster and it's not going to like being picked up. It's not going to be tame in the slightest. It's going to freak out mightily. Now, what you do when you've got a young hamster or a new hamster, yes, this is what you would do to pick up a tamish hamster. I mean, not tamish. When they're new, you want to have the scoop method, because what you're doing is supporting their feet, because you don't want them freaking out, especially when their back feet here don't touch the ground or some sort of solid surface. Because when hamsters will sleep and such, what they'll do is they'll brace themselves up on their hind legs and then tuck their feet forward and then hunch, and then they'll balance and they'll sleep. And so their whole lives are based around their rear feet. So yes, as they get older and more used to being held, you can use sort of a modified scoop to keep their feet supported. You don't want them grabbing. That's the thing. Kids so often glom onto them. And then when these little guys try to get away, they grab harder, and which terrifies the hamster, and so it tries to get away, and the kid grabs harder, and then the little eyes bug out, and it's just not a happy hamster. Now, when a hamster is as tame as she is, and I think this is, I can't tell, this may be whom I call ears, because she's got big ears, and what my daughter calls ticky-toby. But because she's gotten tamer, what you do and can do for a tamer hamster, come on, little guy, you want to have the support from behind. Pick them up like that, carefully, and then get up to their feet so that their feet get supported. That's the important thing what you've got to do when you're grabbing onto a hamster, so you don't freak it out. You don't want to just glom onto it and then hold it. I mean, because here, little guy, this is going to be quick, and it's because if you go like this, hamsters don't like that. They're upside down. They're just, their feet are in the wrong position. They don't like that. So when you pick up a hamster, if you're going to do the scoop method or just the pickup, balance, carefully get their feet, and then they're happy and they don't freak out, and you've got a nice tame hamster that you can pick up and carry and do stuff with. And that's awesome, because hamsters are very curious, smart, and yes, they're even affectionate creatures. Back when I was across the street and doing all this where I am, and it's got a ledge, come on, little guy, it's got a ledge for them all to sit on, and what tends to happen is instead of going off into the darkness or wrapping themselves up in tubes or whatever, they'll sort of all gather up, all of them on the shelf, and they'll huddle up real close to the edge on the shelf where I am. So they're up real close, huddled tight, so that they can be close to me. And then they just sit there and they sleep. And that's awesome. They're curious creatures, so they like to watch me as I'm doing stuff. Even though, as stated before, they are basically blind. That doesn't stop them from trying to see. They got eyes. Here's a Nearly Senior Citizens, almost 5-minute video on picking up hamsters, and thumbs up. We'll see you on the flip side. It's nice to be able to make videos again, even though these are very short, quiet in the middle of the night at my brother-in-law's house. Take care, I'll see you.